Okay, we're here.
Yes, we are.
Abridgerunners is doing well.
Yeah, it really does seem to be. Did not expect this amount of attention, honestly. So it's really great that you guys loved it. And so Jake had this awesome idea. You want to tell him about it?
Yeah, we're going to just go through it. Give our experiences with it, because God knows episode 2 is not going to come out anytime soon, so we might as well give you something.
Not anytime. Okay, I think we're ready, unless you got something else to say?
No, this is probably going to be a long video anyway, so I think we should start this.
Yep, I need more Capri Sun. All right, let's do this.
Yes, please support the official release, please.
Rap is a thing that makes it a goddamn cannoli! Burritos on a f***ing dessert, you bitch! And by the way, it's cannolo! What?
I knew, not this scene specifically, but I knew I needed Lucifer and Diavolo to have a scene together. I knew I did, because like that would just be like, you know, anyone who knows would be like, oh, it's them.
Hearing Lucifer be like, you know, like support, please support the release, darling.
Please support the official release. I insist.
To just yelling about cannolis, like that was whiplash for me.
Yeah. We're just quite the goofballs in the Obey Me server, to put it lightly.
Yeah, I got the screenshots to prove it.
Yeah, which will never see the light of day. Cannoli joke. Some people got it. It was inspired by the Distractable podcast, where the entire episode they pretty much discussed what could qualify as a cannoli.
I don't think there's any difference between a cannoli and a hot dog, or like cannoli and bread and butter and.
Then I think it was you, like did like a small amount of research and found that cannoli is actually plural.
Yeah, I don't remember how I came across that. So fun fact, my wife is Italian, and I brought that up to her. And she was just like, interesting, but interesting with the tone that's like, I will never say that to my Italian family.
They're knocked me down, but still my feet they find the floor.
Is that, think of it?
Life's a fight, but trust I'm ready.
Whose idea was it to do KSI?
Was it mine? Okay, so I think maybe it was like a placeholder idea, which there was a lot of placeholder ideas that just ended up being in the actual video. But I was like, oh, okay, what if, like, the reason he's cyber psycho is because he's listening to just some trash-ass song. And I was, like, thinking, like, okay, like, what is a song that is, like, universally hated? You know, like, again, this it took us a while to make this. This is when the thick of it meme was a little bit more relevant.
At the time of, yeah.
Like, that was, like, that was the easy one. We're just like, oh, yeah, like, everyone is shitting on thick of it. That'd be a good example for this joke. Like, it ended up being the one we went with, and I'm happy about it.
Stand your ground, men! It's not like he has anything more powerful than...
Can I just say, I love Nick's delivery
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah, the uncensored one, I think this one had one of the fewer times where like cursing in this instance, if that would have been uncensored. Personally, I feel like that would have nailed just a little bit more. But yeah, just hearing that play over and over again in editing, that was never not funny.
This wasn't the inspiration behind it, but like it kind of reminds me of there's a scene in Dragon Ball Z Abridged where Frieza just kills his henchman for some reason, and then the henchman looks back at him, he's like, Lord Frieza, the fuck?
Lord Frieza, the fuck? I'm in the thick of it, everybody knows.
By the way, can I say that this is me, by the way, who's voicing the Cyber Psycho, which I actually found out 2 days ago that he actually has a name.
He did he?
I did some research, because, you know, believe it or not, I don't listen to thick of it normally.
You don't?
No. But I was doing research on the song, so I started listening to it, and then I started getting bored as I was researching it. So I was like, I want to listen to the 1950s AI cover, because that like unironically slaps.
I'm in the thick of it, everybody knows. They know me where it snows, I skate in and they froze.
And then that led me to another version that we ended up using as the the ending credits.
Jake and I, we did our absolute best to make sure that everything you heard was sound effects we added. I don't think anything came from the show, except for like maybe a sound bite we might have grabbed from the video game. But other than that, every sound you're hearing, everything you're hearing, sound design and, well, we didn't design the sound. Cut that out, Jake. Like, we added sound effects to this.
Yeah, like it is just a muted video. All the sound effects were from the ground up.
That was fun. Normalizing. That was fun.
Prime won't nearly have as much lead as you, Choom.
Yeah!
Hell yeah, that custom-made logo.
Who made that? Jake, tell him who made that.
God, as David's coming, who made that?
Oh, yes, who made the frickin' logo?
Oh, yes, call me f***ing James Corden. Which, by the way, another, like, example of a joke that was thrown out. Like, okay, like, what is the most weirdest thing David could request someone to call him sexually?
Like, James, I think you said James Corden while we were in the writing process. The hell does he mean, James Corden? What is that supposed to mean? It's like, good. That's the reaction we wanted.
Yeah, because, like, similar to Thick of It, so what's a celebrity or, like, person that, like, is, like, universally hated? And I believe James Corden is high up there. Sodomy with Sukuna doesn't compare.
Oh, not like a gregarious Eggman?
Nor like blasphemous Bulbasaur.
Mario's Milk Manor?
Venom's Vag.
Pulsating Palpatine?
Goku Gyat.
You gonna fucking pay me?
So that took a little while in the writing process to whatever brought us to that idea. Like, all right, like how about we just do a adjective? Is that an adjective?
And I think that was another example of jokes that we didn't have to really think about too much, but it's just like, you know, no. We were literally like at a science table, like holding up flasks and stuff and be like, we need to craft this perfectly. What comes next? Just throwing stuff out there and then just whatever worked. Venom's Vag is that's my personal favorite. Goku Gyat.
I'm the one who threw that one out, and I was not proud of myself, but I was very proud of myself. That gorgeous Egyptian cotton silk jacket, like she didn't sell my copy of Titus Season 2 to get it. Also, can I say that I think maybe 2 people, not watching this, 2 people in the world would get that reference, and that is me and my mom. The Titus Season 2?
Yeah. I didn't even know what that was. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I threw that out just like, oh, what's a ridiculous thing that she traded to get that jacket? For those of you who don't know, Titus is a sitcom based off of a comedian's life. I've never heard anyone talk about it ever, except for like my mom. The only reason I know about it is because of my mom. The show is based off of like a lot of like jokes he does on stage about his family because it's a really dysfunctional family. It's a really niche sitcom, but like, yeah, Christopher Titus, really funny guy, and like the way he presents his stand-up comedy is like he's like giving a speech at a rally.
Arm the children!
Yes. God, it'd be so easy, like breaking balsa wood. Yeah, that one.
That joke.
So yeah, so we
joke.
What is the like weakest wood in the world? And we're just like, okay, balsa wood is the obvious choice. But we're like, no. What if we get like real niche within like who the fuck knows about a fucking canolo? So we're like, all right, let's continue that trend and just be really fucking niche with our jokes because that's how you do comedy. And just like, all right, we did an extensive amount of research on like trees.
And then I think we pretty much just circled back to balsa wood. It was just right back where we started. We did find one, I think, where it was just like, this is technically softer, but I forgot what that was.
Yeah, it was a technical.
Today, Junior?
Fuck it, let's just go with balsa wood.
Balsa wood it is. We spent like 15, 20 minutes just looking at trees.
I would rather be inconvenienced with a penile bisection than eat at the same table as you. I swear to God. Do not look up penile bisection.
Look it up now. Look it up right now.
No!
Stupid!
What?
I said for you to grab me some Marlboro Blacks.
Again, another thing.
Oh.
Another thing we did extensive research on was like, all right, cigarettes.
And Jake had told me that he used to work at a gas station. And so
Yeah.
the research we did was to see, what is the cheapest pack of cigarettes that you can get.
Those are the cheapest Marlboros to get. So yeah, I worked at a gas station, and like, you'd be surprised, like the people who smoke Marlboro 100s don't like the people who smoke regular Marlboros. People who smoke Marlboros think people who smoke Marlboro Blacks are trash. I thought it was really interesting. As someone who doesn't smoke, I'm like, yeah. Yeah, so like I took that one opinion. I'm not like a disclaimer. I think people who smoke Marlboro Blacks are all amazing people. I just took that one opinion I heard. Do not trust people who smoke blacks.
Who decided to show up, everyone? David behind the curve Martinez. That's your 4th late arrival this week, Schnookum.
I was like, can I say? That was not on purpose, her pronunciation of Martinez.
Martinez. Yeah. I think it was good to keep it because looking at this as we both watching this together, I realized that I think that was just another layer of disrespect toward David.
No, yeah, we heard that, and like, one, like, it kind of makes sense because she's an AI, and two, like, yeah, it's just, it's just David getting shat on.
Shout out to RachiC for that, by the way. She did that. I loved that.
Oh yeah, and like, funny thing is, I knew, like, she was the first person I thought of for this character, and it's like very coincidental because she's also like, she plays a teacher in the Obey Me Fandub.
Stupid mammon!
What?
Good little bit from those guys, like coming into the series to lend their beautiful voices. Loved each and every one of them.
Yeah, including Mammon. He's really good.
Oh, that Mammon guy, and he's my least favorite. I don't care for him.
This is the 6th time this week that I've had to pull you out of school because of your idiotic stunts. You know how many days in a week there is? 7, David! I had to pull you out every day!
Shout out to Gaby.
That was completely improvised. She just kind of threw that out there. I was losing it, and I'm like, yep, this is going in.
Yeah, it was like the last line she sent, and we're just like, yep. we're putting that in.
Gaby's awesome. So like as the credits saw, she's playing David's mom, and then like you'll see her down the line as like Lucy, but like she pulled off Gloria, or mean Gloria, so perfectly. And I think Jake and I could definitely tell she was having some fun with it.
Thing about Gaby is that for a lot of the pre-production of this, we were like, thinking of Lucy, like who's gonna play Lucy, and we're just like, Gaby could be good, but like, let's keep our options open. For like a lot of the time, every time we mention Lucy, we're just like, oh yeah, like hypothetically, if we like, gave Gaby the script, and like. This is like hypothetically, if we casted Gaby, like we said that for a long time, and then we were eventually just like, yeah, okay, Gaby's Lucy. Then we had the idea to, what if another reason on top of the many reasons why David hates Lucy so much in our version of Edgerunners is that she sounds exactly like his deadbeat mom. I wish you did after Dad came.
Whoa! Holy fuck! I put all my love into that meatloaf!
Mom, are you blind?
The thing about that car scene that we had noticed, like while we were watching the actual episode to do research for writing, is that when that drive-by was happening, we were just like, why doesn't she just slam on the brake?
She's like, you're like literally in the middle of a firefight.
Yeah, like this could stop now, but it's all right. Keep driving the same pace, I guess.
Yeah, please, yeah, keep pace, please.
So technically, this was Gloria's fault.
All Gloria's fault. The entirety of Edgerunners, Gloria.
Is her fault. It all started with her. Lucy, Gloria, David, Gloria.
I mean, well, yeah, David happened because of Gloria. You're not wrong.
No more secondhand lung cancer. No more loud ESPN at 2 a.m. No more checking my food for dirty needles.
Another example of just like, okay, like how can we just make her as worse, like as terrible as possible?
Yeah. The ESPN at 2 a.m. was a bit of a self-projection. Yeah. So growing up, this was mostly my stepdad. He would watch ESPN up until like really late at night. He would just curse at the TV, and it was funny to listen to, but it's just like, man, I'm tired. It's It is so late right now. So when we got to this scene, it was just like this. I don't care. That's going in. I need a little bit of that.
In contrast, followed by dirty needles in your food.
Yeah. It just got even worse.
Which, by the way, in the original scene, I think it's funny. The original scene, they decline her medical treatment because they don't have insurance, yeah?
It's not a client.
And I just think it's funny how they do take her in this scene, and David's just like, no!
Yeah, so your mother?
You want to tell him? You want to tell him the fact? Go ahead.
We love that face so much.
Yes.
I had the idea, what if you just like put a square, like a skin-colored square over his mouth, and then you just put like a weirdly fonted eye for his mouth? So yeah, that's literally, that mouth is literally just an eye, like a capitalized eye.
You're not hearing me. Your mom?
Pull the plug.
What?
Do it.
Like, for the longest time, we had that clunk idea.
Yeah. The moment we wrote it, the moment we were like, we can't wait.
Oh yeah, we were pretty much going scene by scene, but we knew like, yeah, like we already talked about this.
So when we got here, this is exactly what we pictured.
Yeah.
You're much more useful dead than alive. Plus, so much lighter.
It's a good pausing point. So we rearranged some of the continuity. He visits that clinic twice, but we only did it one time where she just he visits and boom, she's dead. But then we still have the apartment scene and he's carrying a bag. Like he's carrying a bag. Like, okay, like what if to pay his rent, he sold his mom's urn and then just shoved her in a bag.
And it's like if we couldn't get any more, if we didn't make it any more clear that they don't like each other, well, there you go.
And then the final cherry on top being that note he put on the bag.
That was my idea, and I loved it.
Still hungry.
All right, so peek behind the curtain. Not like this whole video wasn't that already. I don't think me or AJ have ever played League of Legends a day in our life.
Nope.
So cue another joke where we did an extensive amount of research.
Too much, I would argue.
Yeah, because like I think I pitched the idea like, okay, like what if like immediately after his mom's death he like goes to the apartment and does something completely unrelated? What if he's like playing a game and like one of us said like League, like, oh, that would paint a perfect picture for the kind of David we're going for. But we don't know anything about League of Legends.
Yep. So we on our obligatory Discord call, we were just like, well, let's go to Google. Just want to say for the record, that was Jake's idea.
You know what?
Yeah?
Yes, it was my idea. Yeah, it was my idea. I put the feet there. It was me. Sue me!
My Gooner senses are going wacky.
Yeah, we had a completely different song choice for that.
Yeah, but unfortunately, YouTube said nuh-uh, so we were just like...
Yeah, we had a I Just Died in Your Arms Tonight. Yeah, play a millisecond of that song, please. Yeah, it's that song.
And that's the other thing. We really wanted to make sure, aside from the visuals, we wanted to avoid copyright in any facet, in any way, shape, or form. So visuals, Jake and I have had experience with being copyrighted by...
You've had experience with that, yeah.
Hey, how's that Star Wars Fandub doing on Instagram?
When I saw you with Windows Vista, I just knew I can fix him.
Yeah, I just want to comment, like, that line delivery right there was perfect.
That was like, oh, wow. I love Toasty. I love what he does, and just seeing him do that right there for Katsuo. When I brought up that, so ToastieBoi is a big Alex Lee fan, and fun fact, in the original Cyberpunk, Alex Lee played Katsuo.
Correct.
Jake was the first one to point it out while we were watching it. He was like, is that fucking Alex Lee?
We're all huge Alex Lee fans. Of course I recognize his voice.
So we reached out to him and we were just like, it's like, hey man, what's going on? Do you want to be, oh, the one that Alex Lee voices? Yes. He's going to be a little sus. He's going to like David a little too much. And he's like, I don't care. Yes.
I don't know if that did or didn't influence us to make him even more sus.
What? The fact that he was completely okay with being the way he was with David?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I needed that.
I know you did.
That was my idea. I needed that.
Heterosexual
Love that screenshot.
Okay, so at the time of publishing this, I'm actually still working on the captions right now. What did it mean again? Like,
kick of the not gay?
Oh my. I'm
that's
stuck
what
in
I'm
the
talking
oven.
about. Yeah.
Shout out to LeFeyVA.
LeFeyVA for that part, yes.
Who was also the MaxTac person. Yeah, LeFey mostly does ASMR stuff.
Definitely check her out. She's really cool. And when we pitched this idea to her, she was just cackling when I was talking to her over Discord months ago. And I was just like, I was like, do you want to do this? And she was like, oh my God. Oh boy, yes. And I'm like, you don't have to do it. I understand. It's meant to be weird, but if you're not comfortable, she was just like, no, I'm doing this.
I needed the Huck Choom to be there.
Yep.
Exactly.
Give me
there.
the Huck Choom. Mm-hmm.
I wasn't proud of myself for thinking of that, but it happened.
Shit, crew me the f***
By the way, D-Man, where'd you end up copying this thing, huh?
Oh, I was dumpster diving outside of a radio shack!
When we were doing this, we had skipped over quite a few, necessary plot points that actually came from the show. And then it was pointed out, we never talked about where David got that thing.
Yeah.
We never showed that scene.
And have to give a shout out to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, goated game.
And really quick shout out to Radio Shack too. I don't know how y'all are still in business, but keep it up, I guess.
You want a Donnybrook, you rapscallion? Have at thee! They call me the Lou, because I make pieces of shit like you disappear.
So I just want to comment on that. So that line that Katsuo said is like word for word a short you did on your channel.
You want a Donnybrook, you rapscallion? Have at thee!
I just love that. I love that short so much. And I'm like, okay, like we need just to copy that. Just put that in this scene.
I'm glad you liked it that much. Yes, that was
They call me the Lou.
So many pieces of shit. Yeah, so that was a short that I had did like around the time I got into voice acting, and I wanted to do Cyberpunk, and even then I had an idea to do an abridged series of some sort, but I kind of put that on the back burner. I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. And now here we are. I'm glad you like it. Looking back, I kind of don't, because it's like, man, I hate the way my voice sounded, hate the way I edited, hate the way I did blah 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 blah.
We all hate how our voice sounds. I guarantee when I'm editing this, I'm going to cringe at the sound of my normal speaking voice. I actually like my voice acting voices. I hate my speaking voice being recorded. I absolutely hate it. And I know future Jacob is absolutely hating himself right now.
The fuck you looking at?
Well, I'll tell you this now. Your voice turns coal into diamonds, so...
Do you want to make out?
Who does this freaking guy think he is with those sparkling eyes and that gorgeous hair? Oh my god, and that jacket? His skin is so smooth, he probably uses CeraVe, maybe even Proactive. His jawline could cut diamonds.
So there were some times where like you would like get some stuff done before our weekly Discord calls. You come into that call with this and it's just you freestyling with the editing. And I had no problem with any of it.
Thank you. Did we already pass the... Yeah, we did. Did we already pass the I Eat Cement shirt?
Yeah.
Fun fact, I own that shirt.
Bro got a Isosceles triangles under her eyes, and it isn't even acute.
I'm I just want to say I'm really proud of that
triangle joke.
That triangle joke.
The Witcher, Persona, Fallout. Oh, baby.
Little plug there for you, Jake.
Pokemon? I love Pokemon. My favorite Pokemon is Jinx.
Time to get into Bakugan.
Ah, what else we got here?
Writing this part is where we realize, like, what if we just make her like the most awesome girl you could possibly meet?
She knows games. She's sorry, I keep staring at her thigh. She's an incredible human being. Like, she's someone that you'd want to get along with, which is completely contrast to David's character by an enormous scale. And once again, thank you, Gaby. You did an awesome Lucy.
Which, speaking of Gaby, sometime after we had her record this line, she uploads a video on her YouTube channel. Go subscribe to her, by the way.
Subscribe!
It's just a video about, like, her, like, falling in love with Pokemon. It was completely coincidental, and I thought that was great.
Follow her now or episode 2 doesn't come out.
Bottom line is this. You're low on eddies. You need 'em. My crew and I will hook you up if you play fair.
What? Come on, I have plenty of eddies.
Oh, honey. Did you really think I was just looking at your bronze rank in Overwatch?
Fair point.
Also, I just want to comment on, like, your editing. It looks seamless. It looks like it's just a legit scene.
Thanks, man. There were parts where, like, where certain mouth movements didn't correlate to what her eyes were doing in the actual anime. So I wanted to be like, what if I made her eyes expressive too, if I could, rather than just, relying on, I only have this one stare to go off of. And then these lips, like, working that the way that they did, they had, like, several different stages. This part, I think, was a good little challenge for me because not only that, it was so close to, I don't know if anyone knows about masking here, but, like, masking can get a little difficult, and anyone who knows about lip flapping, if you don't mask correctly, it can distort other things. So I'm glad that the result of this came out, and I'm glad you like it, Jake, because I truly aim to deliver.
I can pitch if you want to catch, babe.
Yeah, see, she's a perfect girl.
What do you mean by that?
Good grab. Looks like this dude owns Guilty Gear. Hell, that's so preem.
I love Guilty Gear. Got into it recently.
Yeah.
Such a twisted boy like you likes that game. Then again, I'm solely into bad guys.
I knew from the very beginning we needed a Guilty Gear joke.
And there was I think one comment, and that same comment, by the way, did mention that Lucy was going to be in it. So that person knew what you knew.
I mean, to be fair, if you play Guilty Gear Strive, you know that Lucy's going to be in it.
Oh my god, take the compliment!
Ma'am, do you know this boy?
Yeah, he's my little Chinese finger trap.
Again, perfect girl.
So, I recently got into Johnny Silverhead.
Shut up.
Yes, Daddy.
So, I feel really bad because there was a reason for it, but it's probably not really a comfortable thing to text your female coworker, say like, hey, so can you give me a few lines, like different takes of you just saying yes, Daddy?
There was an instance when we were recording, when she sent me some recordings. Right after she said one of them, she was like, oh my god, that's so gross.
That's so gross.
Yeah, cause she, I think she sent only one take. Understandably, but she sent only one take. A part of me was just like, I don't know. But I recognized how it seemed, and
how do you ask that? I mean, you're direct, but how do you ask that? It's just like, hey, Gaby, what's up? Hope you're enjoying your boba. Can you say yes, Daddy, again, but like 4 more times?
And can you say like multiple different ways, please?
I would rather read every one of the Warhammer 40k books in one sitting.
I love 40k!
Of course you do.
Erebus is my favorite character.
Of course he is.
Oops, gotta take this. I'll be outside, kitty.
Walk in traffic.
Shout out to Don.
Goated show. Earlier I said like, oh, we make her the perfect girl. Then we start like making her like, oh, maybe, yeah, she's kind of a red flag. People don't like Erebus. For whatever reason. I mean, it actually started earlier with her favorite Pokemon being Jinx. So like, yeah, there's there's something going on there.
Man, Night City has a lot of bugs this time of year. I hope you know what you got yourself into.
That was like one of the few jokes that I like, okay, we need to make this joke when we write the scene. I knew like we had to make a terrible Cyberpunk 2077 launch joke.
The original idea was to do like somebody T-posing and like kind of cropping them and putting them on the street, but that became, I don't know how to explain it, but it became difficult.
David, my man. How did that happen? Oh, I'll tell you.
Why do you keep putting your jacket back on?
She put 500 milligrams of laxatives in my Lucky Charms.
Yeah, you were editing this scene here, and then you showed me like a draft of it, and I was like, there's shots with him without the jacket and with the jacket. Like the continuity is kind of broken there, and I know you don't have a lot to work with because like surprisingly there's a lot of just like shots of the wall.
I guess it's good for their animators, but yeah, for us, I was like, ah, man. So yeah, I tried doing some close-up shots if I could. There was this one shot that I just completely missed. I was like, crap. Well, I guess I'll just zoom in. And then Jake comes in with the idea where why don't we acknowledge that, just cause we can, right? So once again, reaches out to Gaby and he's just like, hey, can you just say this jacket line?
Yeah, there's not much we can do about it. Let's just acknowledge it.
David.
God?
No, David. It's me, AJ Venegas.
Yep, this was my idea.
This place? You can do anything.
Anything?
Anything.
So I asked you, like, if you're okay with it, I think it would be a great idea if you put your face in the sun. like the Teletubbies.
I'm sorry, anytime I look back on myself as the sun, I'm just like, dude, I look like the face I'm making, it just looks like I eat socks. Like, what the fuck am I looking at?
That's a good place to pause. I think I don't remember who had the idea. I think we both separately had the idea, but we just forgot that we had the idea. And like, hey, what if we just do a shitty version of that song? And I was like, didn't we already talk about this? Stop texting me. Do you think the Pop-Tarts taste breathtaking?
Wake the f up, samurai!
Huh?
And that's Abridgerunners.
Yay.
We did it, you guys. We friggin' did it!
Yeah, it took us a very long time.
Yeah, it only took us, 6 months?
This entire last credit scene, fully edited by me. I had a lot of fun editing this ending credit sequence. Yeah, researching the lyrics for Thick of It led me to this song, which, yep, okay, cat's out of the bag. It is an AI song. It is an AI cover of KSI's Thick of It. Sue me.
We used AI for nothing here. In case that's a suspicion.
Yeah.
We don't do it. We only do it if it's for comedic purposes, or in this case, actually. And we'll only ever do it if it's again just for comedy. There's really no other reason that we do it.
We paid all of our voice actors, like real people worked on this. The thing is, I'm gonna level with you here. We were not going to pay for a licensing for a song. We were not going to hire an artist to do like a song or an instrumental. We weren't gonna do that anyway. So no one was losing a job here. All in all, the song, kind of a banger. Unironically loved this song.
And the Peter Griffin dancing to it, great touch.
I don't know why I needed to add that, but I needed to.
So final thoughts. I think it goes without saying, we loved it. We loved the hell out of this. We loved doing it.
Yeah.
It was definitely a process. It was definitely like so much time off of our hands just to create this, but having Jake on board with this was just awesome. I mean, I just had this idea once. I was just like, hey man, I'm thinking about doing this. You want to do this with me? He said sure, and then boom.
Like you saying you're gonna do this, and then I started like pitching some ideas, and then you were like, do you want to be a part of this?
Yeah. And you've been awesome, and we kind of moved forward with it. Like, I wanted to be like, you know what? I don't want to be like, I'm the main creator and you're just a co-creator. It's like we're equally co-creators. I feel like that's fair, because I don't like to take reins on anything, because to me that sounds like I'm overbearing. all in all, I loved it.
Yeah, I'm really proud of what we made, and even happier that it's getting a good amount of views. And like, it's not going viral by any means, especially like for today's standards, but like it's more than what we could have hoped for, and people are really engaged with it, and we are very grateful for that.
Looking at this project, you know, I kind of figured, okay, it might get this many views or whatever, but at this point, at the time of recording, 66,000? Like, what? 5.5 thousand likes. Jake and I had a thought, which was like, you know, okay, if it doesn't reach a certain threshold of views, then it's like, okay, not enough people liked it. You know, we could continue it, but then what's the point of not everybody's gonna watch it? And just seeing this, it's like, it's very clear that you want to see more of this.
Like, I'm not expecting a lot of views when I upload my stuff. I mainly just do it so like I can just have my stuff out there, and like if the right person finds it, then the right person finds it. But then it's also like really nice when YouTube Sama, you know, flings it away with the algorithm. Even if this didn't do well, like, we're proud of it. Yeah, I think we did a good job.
I definitely think so too. Okay, so future the project, whoa, We do know that we're gonna need some more people. I think that much is very, very obvious enough. We're gonna need Main. We're gonna need Dorio. I'm gonna be Pilar, back off. And we are definitely gonna need a Rebecca.
I know we're probably a broken record here, but yeah, we appreciate the support, and hopefully we can get the next episode up and running sooner rather than later.
I want to thank everyone personally that was involved with it. Thank every single one of you, major, minor, supporting. You guys did amazing.
Well, I think that's it.
That was Cyberpunk Abridgerunners, episode 1. And to all of you guys, thank you so much for watching, and have a good one.
Yeah, be sure to subscribe to AJ Venegas, you know, channel that episode 1 is on. So maybe go watch that and subscribe. Also, I don't say it too often, but you know, subscribe to me.
Like and subscribe.